Welcome to our online service today. My name is Mark Bolas. I'm one of the ministers here at church. Whoever you are, wherever you're joining us from, welcome. It's wonderful to have you watching with us during this time when we can't meet in person. Now, in the media this week, you may have seen the New South Wales government's decision regarding the commencement of gatherings for churches. I just want to share with you that this announcement doesn't change anything for our gatherings, for our church in the short term. We won't be gathering on site for services for the next few weeks, that's for sure. And we will still be watching services like this online or on DVD. And as you might have noticed, unrelated to the announcement, I'm not recording on site this week. But don't worry, I'll be back in more familiar surroundings next week. And the short version of this week's government announcement was that once the 70% target of double vaccinated people is reached, churches will be able to open again, but with the restriction of one person per 4 square metres and no singing. And a further restriction is that churches will only be open to those who've been double vaccinated. Now, this is concerning, and so following the announcement, our regional bishop Gary Koo had this to say. He said, "Please know that this restriction of gatherings for the double vaccinated only has been and will continue to be vigorously opposed at the highest levels. Please pray that this will be reconsidered prior to the time churches can gather again." And so with Gary's encouragement, this is something that we will add to our ongoing prayers for our leaders and for our government. And during our online service today, we will be spending time in prayer later on as Jason leads us. And we'll also be hearing from 1 Samuel as we begin a 4-week series in that book. Kylie will be reading from 1 Samuel 1 and the first part of chapter 2, and then I'll preach from it. And as we open up this first section of 1 Samuel, we actually get to listen in on the prayers and the praise of one of God's people, Hannah. And we'll get to see God's extraordinary answer to her requests. And it'll be a great encouragement to us as we come before God in prayer and praise during our service today. Before we come to God's word in 1 Samuel, we're going to sing. We're going to sing Before the Throne. And this is a really helpful way for us to begin because the words of this song remind us that we can come before God only because of what Jesus Christ has done for us. So let's sing Before the Throne of God above.